Manchester City 2, Napoli 0. Let's go. City have gone back-to-back for the first time in fucking God knows how long. 2-0, as I predicted. Call me the Oracle. Said 2-0 in the preview before. Early red card for Napoli, which obviously helped, but you could argue actually probably made it harder for us to break them down. Obviously, the 10 men all behind the ball then. Conte took De Bruyne off straight away, which was a shame. But it meant obviously he couldn't bag against us, which probably is a bit of a blessing in disguise, really. And then it was tricky after that. It was tricky after that. We had all the ball, trying to break them down. First half, it was kind of reminiscent of the Arsenal game, I thought, last year, the 2-2. Where they would just seem to allow us to be able to cross the ball into the box like your likes of Ruben Diaz, Cousinov from the right-hand side, knowing that the delivery is not going to be of like really high quality, and they kind of dealt with us really well. But it seemed to be coming the whole way through the game. I love how Reinders was popping up into these forward areas. I know he didn't get on the score sheet, but what I have said about him in the last few weeks is that I love his movement off the ball. He has been a little bit sloppy in the last few games in the Premier League, but he's constantly popping up into areas inside the box. He probably should have had a couple of goals tonight. Work on his finishing a little bit, and this guy could be a good goal threat for us moving forward. So I was really impressed with him. Phil Foden, man of the match for me, was absolutely everywhere, picking up these lovely central areas. The pass to Erling Haaland for that goal, oh my God, I was bricked. The little flick up into the air, and to be fair to Haaland, and I know I call him out for his heading ability, but he took it beautifully as well. Lobbed it over the keeper, right into the corner, to let us all breathe a sigh of relief. It was a beautiful goal. And yeah, Phil Foden altogether was our best player tonight, in my opinion. Haaland got his goal as well. He's doing the business right now. He is doing the business. I've asked for more from him this year after the first 3 games, and so far he's giving it. He's clearly been watching the channel. Guy knows what it's about. Guy knows what it's about to play for Man City. And have us supporters backing him week in, week out. And he's putting in the performances to match it now. We've gone back-to-back wins. We've gone back-to-back clean sheets. With big Doner Kebab in net. Let's go. One big save off the corner in the first half when I think it was still 11v11. Important again. Do you know what I mean? It's a different game if these goals are going in. You could question maybe, could he have come for it off the corner? I know he was wrestling with Højlund a little bit on the line. Nevertheless, it's an important save. A very important save. So big up to Donner. 2 games, 2 clean sheets. Can't complain. Obviously not been put under pressure with the ball at his feet as of yet. But what more can I ask for? He's kept 2 clean sheets in 2 games and made 2 very important saves at different junctures of the game as well. So yeah, really impressed with him. Cousinov. My God, this guy. I've said he needs to be the first name on the team sheet in that back 4, and he's proved it again. My guy was high and wide tonight and everything. As a right back, he's got a decent whip on him as well, you know. He zips that ball in. Zips it into feet in the middle. I saw him whiz one across the box and win a corner. I swear on my life, I swear he was even trying to stand over that free kick in the first half, you know. The one that Reinders took after Haaland got the man sent off. I swear Cousinov was hanging about that free kick like he was in line to take it. This guy might have a fucking ping on him, you know, as well. But he's the GOAT at the moment in that back line. I'm telling you. Diaz and Guardiola top again. Nico O'Reilly. Three great performances. When you don't really have much to talk about, you defenders. Do you know what I'm saying? When I don't have a lot to say about them, it means they've done the job. Do you know what I mean? Solid performances. Were never exposed, never really gave the ball away. Obviously, it helps when the other team's down to 10 men because we had like 75% of the ball. But they've still got to constantly recycle it, constantly move it back to the wings because in games like that, it's these guys that end up having most of the ball. So, yeah, they all did the job really well tonight. I thought Rodri was a lot better than he was at weekend. He looked back to his usual self tonight. He was popping up in areas to sweep the ball up. Even when it was 11v11, there was a couple of times where he popped up in the box. There was a good tackle on the edge of the box as well, and then moved the ball out to Doku quickly. Obviously, the perfect scenario was to bring him off at 60 minutes, which we managed to do as well. Nico G got minutes, which we all the fans want to see, really. I thought he did all right when he came on. But on the whole, it was a solid performance. You cannot downplay the fact that we've won because it's 10 men, because that Napoli defence was one of the best defences in Europe last year. They've got a manager in Antonio Conte, who's the absolute antichrist of football, who just loves to put men behind the ball and shithouse his way to a draw or a 1-0 win. We were patient. We did create chances. And it was only a matter of time in the end, really. I was getting stressed out at one point. I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't. At half time, I just thought it was going to be one of those games where we're just spamming crosses into the box. But then the passing just got a little bit tidier, innit? Jeremy Doku, he could have had another few assists tonight. There was one where he's not just whipping the ball across the box with his left foot anymore. He's squaring his defender up and then he's doing a nice pass inside with composure. He did one to Reinders, who missed it one with his left foot. He did one to Foden, who again missed it. I think he dragged it across goal. He could have had another 2 assists there. What he's doing is he's squaring up his fullback and the extra midfielder or defender that's come across, because they have to double up on him. Because if you leave Doku one-on-one with anyone, he's roasting them. So they're doubling up here and they're then leaving a space in behind him. So Reinders and Foden popped up into that area quite a few times tonight. And then all Doku's got to do is dummy the run like he's going to skin him. And then a nice, simple 5-yard pass inside. And Reinders and Foden have pretty much got a free shot on goal. I like that Pep's setting him up to just not be a one-trick pony anymore. He's got another option rather than just going byline, cross, byline, cross, byline, cross. He's popping up in central areas now, which I love as well. His goal, beautiful. Beautiful Jeremy Doku. This guy got baptised before the derby this week, yeah? He's found God and he's cooking. He is cooking hard. He's popping up in central areas. And when he does that, when he does manage to beat and skin a man, it's not, he's at the byline then and he's got a cross with his left foot. He's through on goal. Do you know what I mean? The one in the derby, it was a central area on the right-hand side. One simple pass across and Foden scores. Tonight, skins one man, he's through on goal for a shot. If he's high and wide like we always see him, if he beats his man, he's still got to get a cross in with his weaker foot. Do you know what I mean? So when he does pick up these areas, he's so much more dangerous. Don't get me wrong, he's obviously got to hold the width for the majority of the time. But I just like the way that he's being a little bit more fluid with his movement. And I like the way that Pep set other players up around him to just give him an extra option. We've looked a lot better the last 2 games. Don't get me wrong, I feel like it was against poor opposition on Sunday against United. Amorim set them up for failure, I believe. And then obviously the 10 men tonight. It worries me a little bit, the fact that I don't want to be hoodwinked by 2 performances that might be overhyped. I'm just trying to be a realist right now. Do you know what I mean? It was United who were terrible and it was 10 men. I would have preferred tonight, and I know this might sound negative, I'd have preferred tonight if they kept 11 on the pitch and, we done them 2-0. Just so we can carry that. I mean, we'll probably carry confidence into Sunday anyway, but there's always just that little thought in the back of my mind where I'm thinking to myself, It was United. It was against 10 men. Do you know where we have most of the ball? But again, we still might not have won that game last year, so there's definite improvements. It's a tough game against Arsenal at the Emirates. I'm going to talk about it more tomorrow in more detail. Probably do a live tomorrow afternoon to discuss it. See what we want to do. But again, there's not much to moan about. First Champions League game. We've won. We've kept a clean sheet. We've got 3 points wrapped up at home, which I believe I said in my preview that it's important that we win all our home games. So yeah, relatively positive, impressed. Like I said, Foden was man of the match for me. And then the same old crowd from Sunday, really. Doku, cousin of Haaland, was my other strongest performances after that. But yeah, buzzing with it. 2 wins, 2 clean sheets. We need to get a run of games together now without an L. Obviously, sketchy Sunday. But we can get at Arsenal. They're not to the full strength. No Saliba, no Saka. And you could argue they're their 2 best players. So let's try and get at them. Yeah, we'll pick up again tomorrow and talk about it. Go through the Napoli game in a little bit more detail. But I thought I'd jump on and just give you my immediate thoughts. Let me know what you thought of the game today. Are we glazing it? Am I glazing it? Am I getting my hopes up just to get them destroyed again? Sunday will show the levels. Sunday will show the levels of where we're really at right now, I think. So I'm trying not to glaze it too much, but I am happy. Let me know what you think. Was you impressed? Are we getting a bit carried away? Foden's back, in my opinion. But I want these boys to do it in a big, big game. Do you know what I mean? Let Haaland and Foden cook on Sunday. Imagine. And then all the doubters are silenced. Yeah? Yeah, give me your immediate thoughts, comments, questions. If you've got any questions that you want me to run through tomorrow when I go live, sling them in the chat and we'll try and discuss it. But yeah, apart from that, another win, another clean sheet. Let's fucking go, City. I'll catch you all tomorrow. See you in a bit, guys.